The illusion of premium and the stagnant empire. For the better part of the last 3 decades, the luxury multi-purpose vehicle, the MPV, has been the ultimate cash cow for traditional automakers. It has been a stagnant, uncompetitive pool of overpriced, heavily compromised, and under-engineered metal boxes. If you wanted to transport high-level executives, foreign dignitaries, or simply your family in first-class comfort, you were historically forced to hand over an absolute fortune for a Toyota Alphard or a Mercedes-Benz V-Class. We have been systematically conditioned by the legacy automotive cartel to accept a very harsh and incredibly profitable reality: that a heavy, wallowing, aerodynamically disastrous, and fundamentally inefficient chassis is simply the unavoidable price you must pay for interior space. They sold us the illusion of premium. They distracted us with quilted leather seats, electrically operated privacy curtains, and customizable ambient lighting. But whilst you were paying supercar money for a luxury van, beneath the floorboards, the fundamental mechanical technology remained profoundly archaic. You were effectively buying a commercial delivery van dressed in a tailored tuxedo. But what if I told you that whilst the executives in Stuttgart and Toyota City were busy changing the shape of their plastic grills and aggressively hiking up their profit margins year after year, a Chinese technology company was quietly engineering an extinction-level event for the traditional luxury van? Welcome back to Drive&rpm. Today, we are not looking at a mere vehicle. We are dissecting a brutal, uncompromising masterclass in advanced manufacturing, software integration, and structural engineering. This is the Xpeng X9. And by the end of this comprehensive deep dive, you will understand exactly why the global automotive establishment, and specifically the sacred Toyota Alphard, is currently being publicly humiliated on its own turf, and why the era of Western and Japanese dominance in the luxury sector is officially terminating. To truly understand why the Xpeng X9 makes traditional vans look like rudimentary relics from the Victorian era, we must look past the striking, stealth bomber exterior and dive straight into the skeleton of the machine. We have to talk about manufacturing economics and structural integrity. Traditional MPVs, including the absolute most expensive flagship offerings from Japan and Europe, are built using an antiquated, century-old method. Hundreds of individual, stamped steel parts are slowly spot-welded and glued together on a massive, labor-intensive assembly line. This traditional method is deeply flawed. It creates mechanical flex, it creates thousands of potential weak points, it generates immense unnecessary weight, and crucially, as the vehicle ages, it introduces severe noise, vibration, and harshness, NVH, into the cabin as those welds fatigue. Xpeng looked at Toyota's highly praised lean production system and threw it entirely in the bin. The X9 is built upon the radically advanced SEPA 2.0 architecture, smart electric platform architecture, but the true engineering marvel here is the manufacturing process itself. Xpeng utilizes the world's largest mass-produced integrated aluminium die casting technology. They do not weld hundreds of steel pieces together. Instead, they use colossal 12,000-ton die casting presses to inject molten metal and forge the entire front and rear underbody structures as single, solid, monolithic pieces of aluminium. This Gigacasting process eliminates over 160 traditional welded components in a matter of seconds. It drastically reduces the overall weight of the chassis, while simultaneously pushing the torsional rigidity to a staggering almost unbelievable 46,000 Newton meters per degree. To put that figure into perspective for the mechanical engineers watching, that is a level of structural stiffness you typically only find in bespoke, carbon fiber European supercars, not 7-seat family haulers. Toyota and Mercedes cannot simply copy this tomorrow, because their entire supply chain and billions of dollars in sunk costs are tied up in obsolete steel stamping plants. They are trapped by their own history. But what does 46,000 Newton meters of torsional rigidity actually mean in the real world? It means absolute, unshakable serenity. And this is precisely where the theoretical engineering brutally exposes the legacy competition. Recently, independent automotive testers decided to stop reading spec sheets and instead pitted the Xpeng X9 directly against the undisputed industry darling, the Toyota Alphard, in a series of real-world physical gauntlets. The first was the ultimate NVH and suspension test, attempting to peel a raw egg in the second-row captain's chair while driving over severely corrugated, broken, and violently uneven tarmac inside the incredibly expensive Toyota Alphard. The results were disastrous. The Alphard relies on a traditional coil-sprung suspension setup and the inherent structural flex of its welded steel chassis. As it hit the rough tarmac, the chassis transmitted harsh, continuous, high-frequency vibrations directly into the cabin. The ride was entirely unsettled. The body structure shuddered visibly, and the raw egg in the passenger's hand was violently shaken, making the delicate task of peeling it nearly impossible without destroying it. It was a jarring reminder of its commercial vehicle roots. Then, the exact same brutal test was performed in the Xpeng X9. The result was genuinely embarrassing for the Japanese automaker. Thanks to the immense, supercar-level stiffness of that Gigacast aluminium chassis, paired with a highly predictive dual-chamber air suspension system and continuously variable damping, CDC, the X9 fundamentally rewrote the rules of ride comfort. The vehicle's sensors scanned the road surface thousands of times per second, preemptively adjusting the damping rates before the wheel even hit the pothole. Because the chassis does not flex, the suspension is allowed to do exactly what it was designed to do: isolate. The interior cabin was fundamentally detached from the mechanical chaos occurring beneath the tires. The passenger's hand remained perfectly stable. The raw egg was easily, flawlessly peeled without a single crack. It wasn't just a win. It was a highly visual, irrefutable humiliation of traditional Japanese ride quality. This sheer technological dominance seamlessly continued into the realm of physical maneuverability. Vans are, by their very definition, massive, cumbersome vehicles. The Xpeng X9 measures nearly 5.3 meters in length and weighs over 2.5 tons. In a tight European city center, a narrow British multi-story car park, or a congested Asian metropolis, driving a vehicle of this monumental size should theoretically be an absolute sweat-inducing nightmare. To test this hypothesis, both of these leviathans were taken into an ultra-tight, claustrophobic Hong Kong-style car park featuring vicious hairpin ramps, concrete pillars, and incredibly narrow parking bays. The Toyota Alphard, saddled with a traditional, ancient fixed rear axle, behaved exactly as you would mathematically expect, like a beached cargo ship. It required agonizing, highly stressful multi-point turns. The driver was forced to aggressively wrestle with the steering wheel, shifting between drive and reverse multiple times, just to avoid scraping the expensive bodywork against the concrete walls. It was a laborious, undignified process. Then came the X9. Unlike legacy Western and Japanese brands that audaciously charge extortionate premium fees to unlock advanced steering features, Xpeng made active rear axle steering standard equipment on every single X9 rolling off the production line. In that exact same suffocating car park, the X9's rear wheels pivoted. They can actively steer up to 5 degrees in the opposite direction to the front wheels. This mechanical wizardry effectively bends the massive 5.3-meter chassis around the obstacles, dynamically shrinking the vehicle's turning circle down to a mere 10.8 meters. Let me repeat that. A 5.3-meter luxury van with the exact same turning circle as a compact Volkswagen Golf. It glided through the hairpin turns with arrogant ease and slipped into the impossibly tight parking bay in a single, fluid, uninterrupted maneuver, effectively slashing the parking time in half compared to the struggling Toyota. Once you leave the congested city streets and hit the open motorway, The X9 continues to violently break the established rules of automotive physics. MPVs are essentially aerodynamic bricks pushing through a wall of air. And for any electric vehicle, aerodynamic drag is the ultimate, uncompromising enemy of highway range and efficiency. At motorway speeds, pushing air out of the way consumes over 60% of the battery's stored energy. Take a look at a Mercedes EQV or a traditional van. They have flat, blunt, vertical faces. The Xpeng X9, however, looks as though it was designed in a high-velocity wind tunnel originally meant for stealth fighter jets. Through obsessive, uncompromising computational fluid dynamics, Xpeng engineers achieved a drag coefficient of 0.27 kuri. Let that sink in for a moment. A massive, tall, 7-seat luxury MPV that mathematically slices through the atmosphere with less aerodynamic resistance than a sleek, low-slung European sports saloon. They achieved this engineering miracle through 17 meticulously designed active and passive anti-drag features. This includes the aggressively 17-degree raked A-pillars, a completely flat and sealed underbody, aero-optimized wheels, and active front grille shutters that automatically close at high speeds to seamlessly redirect airflow over the bonnet. Every single millimeter of this vehicle has been sculpted to cheat the wind. This reduces wind noise to a whisper, creating a sensory deprivation tank for the occupants, while stretching the legs of its battery pack to limits its rivals literally cannot comprehend. And when you do finally need to stop and replenish that energy, the underlying electrical architecture ensures you will not be waiting long. While legacy automakers are still desperately milking their outdated thermally inefficient 400-volt systems, the Xpeng X9 operates on a native 800-volt high-voltage Silicon Carbide (SiC) platform. Why does this matter? Silicon Carbide allows for significantly higher switching frequencies with minimal thermal losses compared to traditional silicon components. This translates to more raw power delivered directly to the wheels, drastically less energy wasted as ambient heat, and hyper-fast charging capabilities. When plugged into a proper DC rapid charger, the X9 pulls in up to 300 kilometers of driving range in just 10 minutes. You stop for a quick coffee, and by the time you walk back to the vehicle, it has absorbed enough range to confidently cross half the country. But hardware is only half the battle. The X9 is a true software-defined leviathan. The entire vehicle is orchestrated by the XOS Tianji operating system, powered by the flagship Qualcomm Snapdragon 8295 chip. While traditional automakers rely on laggy, outsourced infotainment systems that feel outdated the moment you buy the car, the X9 is a supercomputer on wheels. Through over-the-air (OTA) updates, Xpeng doesn't just update the satellite navigation maps. They can actively refine powertrain mapping, enhance suspension behavior, and upgrade autonomous driving algorithms long after the vehicle has left the showroom. The Xpeng X9 is not just another domestic Chinese automotive experiment. It is a highly calculated, ruthlessly engineered global weapon. Xpeng is already rolling out right-hand drive models, aggressively expanding into Europe, the Asia-Pacific, and the highly lucrative Middle Eastern markets. They are marching directly into the premium territories that Mercedes-Benz and Toyota arrogantly thought were safely locked away behind brand loyalty forever. When you turn on the news and see Western politicians frantically erecting 100% tariff walls and unprecedented import taxes, you must understand what you are truly witnessing. It has absolutely nothing to do with protecting national security or ensuring fair trade. It is a desperate, transparent, and ultimately futile plea for time. It is a loud admission of total industrial defeat. They are begging for tariffs because they know, deep down, that their bloated supply chains, their outdated stamping manufacturing processes, and their fragmented software divisions simply cannot build a vehicle as technologically profound, as structurally rigid and as fiercely competitive as the Xpeng X9. The benchmark hasn't just been moved. The entire legacy rulebook has been systematically incinerated. The old guard has been left choking in the dust of the SIPA 2.0 platform. This is drive and RPM. If you appreciate the uncompromising, highly technical truth behind the global automotive revolution, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We don't read press releases. We dissect the engineering. Leave a comment below. Do you think Toyota and Mercedes can somehow innovate their way out of this? Or is the era of Western automotive dominance officially over? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.